Since when do you know me as someone with a plan? I'm disappointed in you that you think that I have a plan. We're easily disturbed. You're fine. No, no. Yeah, okay. Doki Doki! Let's go. We shall stay the true and only potato. Hey! I forgot that this is how it starts. Oh no. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. That is a horrible thing to say, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that is a horrible thing to say. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. We are an asshole! We are an asshole! But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. We are an asshole! Oh my god! Oh my god, we're an asshole! However, I just sigh and idle in front of the causeway and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. We are an asshole. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, potato. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. I would overslept for the first Doki Doki too. You are Sayori. Wait, no, don't be Sayori. I take that back. Don't be Sayori. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. I will not. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hehe. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Commute? Commute. By the way, Potato, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you were going to join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on. We are an asshole! My god! We're an asshole! Sorry likes to worry about little, too much. Asshole alert in my own skin. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just being by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. We are an asshole and a dork and a nerd and a weeb. We are all the bad stuff. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I want And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a neat in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Sayori's been so nice to us. And we're an asshole. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Because you're an asshole! More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Dude, you're so fucking rude. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things and I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. That is a mood. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the room while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I caught you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... You know... what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Literature is awesome. Literature club would have been amazing. I wanted to major in literature in high school and they told me no, and I was very upset. To be fair, we didn't have one, and it was in the plan to open one, and I was already like third year of high school, so they were like, you cannot do this, and I was like, but I want to. I like literature. I really, really do. It's a fun thing. Not that I was aware that she ever had any interest in literature. We did have clubs. We had majors. The majors were our clubs. So yeah. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. Damn. Our majors are kind of like AP in America, but like, eh. Our school system here works very oddly, I'll be honest. That said, my interest in literature is granted to be even less. We are an asshole. Why are we here? We are an asshole. We are legit an asshole, and I hate us. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. That is a stupid on Sayori's part, I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell if Sayori's really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. Both. I let out a long sigh. We get off topic. I mean, school. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I would sell my soul for a cupcake as well. I dejectedly... dejectedly? I don't think I say it correctly. It's fine. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year's classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Potato. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. God damn it, we are a simp. We are a simp. Simp alert against us. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? Huh. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can always ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ears. That is not quietly. It then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears complete... Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Yes, she seems a lot more mature. I wonder why she seems a lot more mature. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Potato. Monica smiles sweetly. That is a pose of evil. That is a pose of evil. Anybody who does this pose is evil, okay? I will sign my blood in this. This pose is evil. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Oh, so you're evil, Jelly. Damn. Come on, sit down, Potato. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. F. Monica. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make their ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, baby! But not for you, you know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Insulted! Not just looks away, she's insulted! I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Monica is evil. Monica is evil. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... She does have nice hair. I have to give her that. That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and the publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. She looks stiff in general. They all look stiff. Like the They are stiff, they're strong, they're standing. Like, their hair is just standing. Like, look at that hair. That hair is in the line. That head has so much hair product in it to keep it in the same shape. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes the school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Potato, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not that much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? You're a simp. You're saying simp stuff. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Natsuki is like a little puppy. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. That is disgusting because you need to drink from that and your fingers are filthy. You cannot drink from that now with your filthy fingers touching the rim where you're supposed to put your lips on it. That is disgusting. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Clearly passionate. Very passionate. You touched the part of the rim you don't want. I hope that you didn't touch the part where she drank from. Not very good rim to. Okay, let's move away from this topic. This topic doesn't sound very good, you know. It's let's move on. Okay, how about that? Let's move on. She seemed so reserved and timid. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up when she finds her comfort in the words of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychology elements usually immerse as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer could so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Honestly, yes. I kinda agree. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I had read a horror book once. I desperately grabbed something I can relate to at the minimal level. I think I have a horror book behind me. Yeah, I have a Stephen King horror book. Stephen King is amazing. At this rate, Worst card. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that from you, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or take me to another world, then I really can't put it down. That sounds like a very interesting book, I'm not gonna lie. Was it a horror book? Oh my god. Damn, that still sounds like a good book. Surreal horror is often very useful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give it that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sora slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulder. I'm not cute! I mean, that is the face of a cute anime girl, I don't know. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Eh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Sarah kind of talks in a low-key uwu voice when I read her. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look squeezedly at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we all share them with each other. She does deserve a low-key voice. That way, everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of this club. Isn't that right, Potato? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to talking to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. We are an asshole. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Oh. Can I just say that Yuri doesn't look sad? She just looks like, oh, well then. Like, oh. All the four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Potato. All of you. You're all... I'm defenseless against these girls. You know how it is. Yeah, I noticed that. It's very creepy. She makes me highly uncomfortable. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I will join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yay! I'm so happy! Sarai wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Perla. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next morning meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Potato, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class after Monica with my mediocre skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Potato! Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer with one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure a good fortune will come find me. And I guess that states with writing a poem tonight. Starts.